In the Steelers Chalk Talk, it's Tank and Mike, and it's only Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, and we are fired up talking football because we love football. We know you do too, Steelers Nation, whether you're hearing us in Wheeling today, over in Ohio, parts of western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh can hear us. Tune in to Steelers Chalk Talk. This will be our last week. Mike and I are going to hang up the football cleats and put on our golf spikes for the rest of the summer. Then we'll be back. Can't wait to go to the Latrobe.
They don't let you wear spikes. You would tear up the greens too much.
I would. I wear those geriatric Skechers to golf in now with arch support so I can get up on the tee box and just crush a 122-yard drive to the left into the woods, as I do. Anybody that ever wants to go golfing with Mike and I down at Wheeling Country Club, get a hold of us on Facebook, and you can come golf with us. And, I'll drink and smoke cigars. You and Mike can golf because Mike's like scratch. Hey, like our Facebook page, Steelers Chalk Talk. One lucky winner at the end of the season is going to win a Mike Webster jersey. The worst...
I'm all out of jerseys, though, as far as...
If any of you listeners would like a pair of my used underwear, write the station, say, Tank, I would love a pair of your used underwear. I'm glad. I'll bring them down to you, down to Wheeling, so you can have them, too. All right, we got a couple seconds left here in the show. We just ran out of time. Real quick. Round number 2, George Pickens, wide receiver, national champions, Georgia Dogs. Mike, go for it.
He's a big receiver, but what I like most about him is his physicality. You saw some clips of him blocking and literally knocking some defenders right on their rear ends, and then he kind of stands above them. He's bringing that smash mouth physical football. He's the receiver that's going to bring back the Hines Ward, that Hines Ward type play where he's going to start punishing the defenders opposed to the defenders punishing the receivers.
Somebody photoshopped. Remember Juju Smith-Schuster knocking out the idiot Vontaze Burfict and standing over him?
Okay.
Somebody took out Juju and put that picture of...
Oh, it's because he's done it a couple times already in college football.
Love this guy. 6'3", hands, heart of a lion from what they're saying. And if you like speed, Rock, speed, how are we going to beat him? Mickey told Rocky, speed, lightning speed. He's got this George Pickens. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Now all of a sudden, you got a wide receiving core that is blazing hot. You've got one of the top 5, in my opinion, tight ends in Fryer, Tuck, and Go. You have a receiving core. What about your quarterback? Because if your quarterback, Mikey, can't get the ball in the air, it don't matter. You could have Fred Biletnikoff and Lynn Swann and the Megatron, and if the quarterback can't get the ball there, it don't matter. Your Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the pickup of Mitch Trubisky. The Biscuit is his nickname. I like what Mitch Trubisky brings. He is mobile. He is a winner. He is intelligent. He's got a big arm. So, as a safety net, as a backup, Kevin Colbert, they walk across the hall over to the Pitt Panthers locker room. They go, hey, you, number 8, sitting there.
He's not going to be a backup for long. They're going to develop him.
That's right.
But he'll be on the field, and we just got to make sure that he's got a nice glove contract to help him with those small hands throwing the football.
You know,
because everyone makes such a big deal out of this.
I'm gonna put this myth to bed real quick here. Okay, go ahead and talk about the upside about Kenny Pickett that you see.
I think he's smart. I think he makes good decisions. And last year, I think it was like 40-some touchdown passes to only 7 interceptions. That's the key, not turning the football over. And you know, they just got to make sure he doesn't use the fake slide to his advantage anymore.
All right, this hand thing, I'm going to get it out of the way quickly here. One of the toughest son of a I ever been on a football field with during a flag football game. Doug Flutie. Now, they have Doug listed, even though he's long retired, as 5'11". Ain't happening. 5'9". You ever been around Doug?
Well, I know Breeze was like 6'1", and he's a good couple inches.
Yeah. All right. Doug was 5'9", 5'10" in cleats. Heart of a line. I saw him in a flag football game. I played with him, and he threw his body around after getting his contract with Buffalo. So don't tell me, okay, that Kenny Pickett's hands are too small.
Well, how big are Doug Flutie's hands?
Same size.
Show me.
It's right there. See how it's outlined? See that hand?
I don't see a hand. I see a height. I don't see a hand.
Shut up, Mike. Nobody likes you. All right, moving back to Kenny Pickett. All right, look. This thing has been so polarizing with Kenny Pickett.
I'll tell you who's got small hands. Joe Burrow. And he just went to the Super Bowl last year.
I've told you this 3 years ago. I would have traded every single draft pick we had to the Bengals, the Kitty Cats, to get Joe Burrows. And everybody's like, you're crazy. What did you get instead?
You would have pulled the Mike Ditka for the Ricky Williams?
For Joe Burrow. He's on top of a mountain in Bangladesh now smoking hash and weed. Look, Kenny Pickett is a winner. Okay? He has the heart of a lion. That matters to me. I really don't give a damn if it matters to you listening to this show. Heart is everything to me out of an athlete.
The other thing that's impressive.
I hate an athlete who has talent and doesn't have heart.
Well, he's a fifth-year senior, and he started as a freshman as well. So he's got a lot of experience playing. He's got a lot of playing experience on the field, well, not backing people up so much.
Yeah, and don't forget, Matt Canada recruited Kenny Pickett to come to Pitt. Now, I don't see any great upside to that. I'm not a Matt Canada fan. I think he'll be out of here after next season.
Well, he knows those small hands can hand off that speed sweep or that jet sweep you were talking about.
Look, this is Mitch, the business. I hate you! Mitch Trubisky is your starting quarterback. There's no doubt about it. You can't beat experience.
He should be.
Let's say the big biscuit gets he gets Joe Theismann in game 1. All right. Kenny Pickett can come in.
He can, but
I hate the term, but you know this term. He can be a game manager. Look who he's got playing fullback. Look who he's got playing halfback. Look who he's got playing tight end.
They don't use the fullback. No.
Shut up, Mike. Nobody likes you.
What I'm saying is you don't want him to play early. I'm a believer in.
Oh, either am I.
Having the guy sit for at least a year to learn. You know, you look at Tom Brady sat for a year before he even stepped on the field behind Tom Brady behind Drew Bledsoe. Aaron Rodgers sat for a couple years behind Brett Favre. Right. And you look at how well that turned out for him. Obviously, there's a few exceptions where, you have like Herbert and Josh Allen, but Patrick Mahomes sat out his first year. There's benefit for a guy sitting out, watching and learning, and then getting used to the speed of the game. Listen, he was developed at Pitt, and he's done a heck of a job. And I think he's going to be great because he wasn't at one of those schools where like Alabama or Clemson, or where you've got all these crazy good athletes around you, and like Tua did, and every guy's going to the draft. Kenny Pickett was at Pitt, and he had some decent players, but he didn't have any like stud running backs or receivers. So he's forced to put the ball on the money. He's forced to put the ball in tighter windows because he doesn't have the speed that these other college receivers had, or these other college quarterbacks had, like Joey Harrington. Joey Harrington came to Detroit, and he would throw the ball, and then he would hold the ball in the pocket. And they're like, Joey, why didn't you throw it to him? He's like, he's not open. And they're like, Joey, he's got 2 steps on the guy. And he's used to throwing to receivers that are 5 yards open. Kenny Pickett is used to throwing to a receiver that has maybe a step on a guy. Or he's even, and he's throwing him open. So that's the benefit of having
how important is that skill?
I think it's huge because you look at
speed at the game. You got to be able to tell, right?
Yeah, but you look at guys, Joe Burrow was a guy at LSU. He had some great athletes there. He's been productive. But Aaron Rodgers was at Cal, okay? Tom Brady was at Michigan when Michigan wasn't that great. You had Carson Wentz. You had Matt Ryan at Boston College. You've had Josh Allen at Wyoming. So these guys, these elite quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, Texas A&M, these elite quarterbacks aren't coming from Alabama or like Tua. And so what I'm saying is a lot of times, Josh Heupel won the national championship my year and was a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Where the hell is he?
And he got drafted in the 7th round. It's just when you have that much talent around you, you don't need that good of a quarterback. But when you go to a school where you don't have the talent around you as much, you're forced to make those tough decisions and throw the football. You're forced to throw receivers open. You're forced to make those tough throws, those accurate throws. So this is why I think Pickett, he's played for 4 or 5 years. He's been in that type of a system. Matt Canada knows him. He's going to develop a system for him. So I think it will be beneficial for him to just sit and learn. He can come in and play, but if it's an opportunity for him to come in and learn and get adjusted to the speed of the game, it will be much better off for him. I love when quarterbacks sit, and I also love when they come from not a big school. Like Patrick Mahomes, Texas Tech.
Well, mentioned
look at Patrick Mahomes, and he went to Texas Tech.
Rattlesnake.
He wasn't with Alabama or Clemson.
Well, you mentioned Dak Prescott. There's been some comparisons between Kenny Pickett and Dak Prescott. Pickett also brings you mobility.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned the accuracy. I would, if I'm a head coach, I want an accurate quarterback more than anything else. I need him to be a leader, but I want him to be accurate.
Well, who do you want? Like here's a perfect example. Who would you rather have? You've got your choice between Josh Allen. You've got your choice between Justin Herbert, who went to Oregon, and they were decent, but they weren't playing national championship. They didn't have
two
studs.
winners there.
Okay, you got Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert, you've got Patrick Mahomes, who went to Texas Tech. Okay, those three.
You're saying now or before they played in the league?
No, before they played. Those three or Deshaun Watson and Tua.
No.
Tua went to Alabama. Watson went to.
Mike.
So what I'm saying is, who would you rather have? The national championship quarterback that had the team, or would you rather have Allen, Mahomes, or Herbert? Those guys.
Pre-draft, I would have been the Wyoming Cowboy because I loved.
But what I'm saying is, you saw what they're doing in the NFL.
Right.
He went to Wyoming. You had a Texas Tech, and you had an Oregon. None of them won national championships, but Deshaun Watson won a national championship with Clemson, Tua with Alabama. They had so much talent around them that it's hard. You look at Deshaun Watson, he looks down the field, and he sat out a year this past year, and everyone loves how he's great mobile, he can throw on the run, but he cannot go 1, 2, 3, 4 and check it down the way Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes can.
There you go. Hey, you're listening to Steelers Chalk Talk here on Fox Sports Radio. Wheeling-Pittsburgh. I'm Tank Tantlinger. He is Mike McMahon, the former NFL quarterback.
I think
First of all, don't touch me again.
I think quarterbacks develop better playing at a school that is not surrounded with elite talent playing, because you can get away with things when you have that school, because you have this elite talent, you can wait.
Time out.
But now when you don't, you can't get. You have to develop those skills for your team to be somewhat successful.
I'm going to help you make this argument, and I totally understand what you're saying. Here's the thing, okay? My Pitt Panthers won the ACC championship last year. They don't do diddly squat if number 8, Kenny Pickett, doesn't come back. Secondly, they go 500 last year if he doesn't have the Heisman type season he had. So along those lines, here's a great quarterback, I'll call him. He was a Heisman finalist. Who can say that amongst us? Who elevated a program.
And I'm exactly right. That's what I'm going to say.
We're arguing the same point.
He elevated the program, and that's the thing.
That's a winner.
When he came in, they weren't winning ACC championships.
Oh, no.
He developed.
That's right.
And not only did he develop, but after you see him start to develop, after you see him start to get better, that helps with recruiting. So then you finally do get a couple more pieces of the puzzle.
And more so, it helps with your team mentality.
And then everyone's going to raise their level of play to him.
And that's what a champion does. Wow. That was fun talking the draft. All right, Steelers Nation, again, I'm Tank, he's Mike. Check out our Facebook page, like it. Everybody who likes us this year, you will be registered to win a Mike Webster jersey. One fan will be liked. So, that is hiatus until training camp. I'm going to live in the mountains as a monk and get ready for camp and lift and train like Rocky getting ready for Drago. Drago!
Where
Remember that?
Yeah, do you remember that was? Do you know where that was filmed?
I don't know. Appalachia.
Wyoming.
Yeah, I believe it. I've been to Wyoming. It
in
looks
the winter,
like Wyoming.
they try to make it look like Russia.
Well, who the hell was going to go to Russia in 1980 something?
Who's going to go to Russia now?
Yeah, that's a whole different subject. Pray for those poor people. I hate bullies so much. Hey, so get ready. Next week when you tune in, we're going to go golfing around. Yeah, that's right. All summer long, I'm your host, Randy the Tank Tantlinger, for golfing around. Going over to Wheeling Country Club. Yeah, every week, my good buddy over there is Richie Conwell. He's going to be my co-host. And we're just going to play some golf and talk golf. And we're going to be talking about the Team USA National Championships, how you could win a trip to Scotland. Wow, that was a great show, fun show. So, wow, until training camp in Latrobe, I am Tank Tantlinger. He is the former NFL quarterback, Mike McMahon. And Steelers Nation, we want to hear from you. Go to Facebook, SteelersChalkTalk.com. And give us your feedback on the show. I know we stink, but I want to hear it from you. Dear Tank, shut up. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say, you moron.